Shalom, all praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Kakwadash. This is your brother Elder Ayathun back at you with another video. Double honors to the apostles. Shalom to the hopeful elect out there. And this is going to be a quick video. In this video, you can see on the screen, black girls been magic. Well, the Most High is serving the so-called black woman left and right. The so-called black woman is getting served. And this is something that we've been prophesying for a very long time. You already know we're famous for Isaiah 32. I don't hear any other Israelite group of Israelites bringing out Isaiah 32, but we've been harping on it for the longest, not because, oh, we just hate black women, but because the fact is the Most High is going to serve the so-called black woman. It says right then, and it says right there, rise up ye women that are at ease. So the so-called black woman is always talking about the struggle. Oh, the struggle. We're not protected. And this and that. Well, according to the scriptures, you're at ease. And I concur. When I look around, I see the black woman living at ease. When I look into corporations, when I'm on a highway and I see the Mercedes SUVs, the BMW SUVs, the plush vehicles, the plush homes, and all that, it's a so-called black woman whipping around in them. So I'm just saying that to say where is the struggle? Where is the struggle? And according to statistics, right? You can look up blackstatistics.com, and I got that off my man Kevin Samuels. You can see the divorce rate, which is initiated 80% of the time by the so-called black woman, and if she's got a PhD degree, it goes even higher. And the saying that you hear all the time from these so-called black women, and I'm talking about them in particular, because this is who you hear from the most, is I need a man on my level. So how are you struggling? How are you not protected? How are you struggling? How are you having such a tough life if you need to find somebody on your level? That's your motto. I need to find somebody on my level. You ain't ish. I need somebody on my level. I'm not your mama. I'm not going to do this and that and this for you. So please make that make sense, because it makes no sense at all. All right. So I'm not going to make this video too long, but the black woman's been getting served lately. And this is what prompted me to do this video today is, now y'all know about this incident, right? Let me bring up, let me see. Okay. This woman, what's her name? The one that was just jailed in Dubai. And she probably went over there to suck on some camel meat, if you know what I'm talking about. Where they have a mule taking number 2 on her, because that's what they do. They go out there, and them freaky Ishmaelites, they'll go out there and pay them like 10 racks, 5 racks. These Instagram models that you see flying all over the place, they'll go out, they'll be out in Dubai and chilling in the infinity pool. But little do you know that she's in the infinity pool because she's got to wash all of that diarrhea that came out that camel's behind. You know what I'm saying? That took a dump on her. That's literally what they do. And, it's funny, but it's not funny because it's true. Okay. So you got this one. I'm trying to get her name. She's a famous, well, I'm going to use that word. I'm using that word loosely. She's because, they call anybody a famous. If you're on Instagram, they say you're famous. So she's on, on social media, of course. Right. Oh, here we go. Tierra Young. Been stuck in Dubai for 2 months for screaming at a rental car agent who tried to get her to pay an undisclosed cash fee to retrieve her ID and credit card. So this is called entitlement. And this is a disease that our women suffer from, entitlement. And see what it is over here, you got all these simps, as we refer to them as, right? Simps. The reason why these women feel so entitled because of these simps. Yes, Esau sets up the infrastructure. They got these day naps where they're set up in a way to where women get all the attention. Do you know? Let me hit you with a fact. On dating apps, uh, the most single woman that gets the least attention is the so-called black woman on dating apps. They're the least marriageable. They're the number one that's not getting married. But I don't understand why they're complaining because you're independent. Independent means, matter of fact, for any independent women watching this, let's look up the word independent. Independent meaning free from outside control, not depending on another's authority, not depending on another for a livelihood or subsistence. It's like it. An independent person or body, right? Meaning you don't need a man. That's what you've been saying. Or you don't need a man. You got the songs, you know, and all of that. So I don't understand what the complaint. I mean, everything I'm bringing out so far doesn't makes no sense. You are taking all the jobs. It's tough to meet a man on your level, but you're struggling and you're unprotected. That makes zero sense. Number two is you don't need a man. You're independent. You could do bad by yourself. Least you're complaining, but at the same time you're complaining that men ain't checking for you, but you've been saying you're independent. So make that make sense. Make that make sense. See what that is I'm describing a lunatic. What I just described as a lunatic, someone with a mental disease, mental issues, which you all have. I guarantee you, this one right here is on depression pills. I guarantee. But anyway, she's out here in Dubai, you know, getting ran through uh, by camels or whatever the hell is going on. But anyway, she went out there with an independent mindset, thinking that she's surrounded by, the boys in the hood or these simps over here. So she went out there doing what she can get away with here in America, and it didn't work. So she's been stuck out there for over 2 months for, you know, doing a neck snapping thing and, all that shit. Yelling and screaming. She yelling, right? So there's that situation. And then there's this one here, right? Now this is my man from Maloom's Exodus. So I guess this is a guy, I think this is the same guy that owns the channel Black to Africa. Or maybe I'm getting him confused. But this heavy set Jake right here. And he always does pretty good videos. I check his videos out. But there's another woman here who's on social media. Her name is Mary Jane Byarm. And you can see here she was humbled by hotel owner after getting sassy with staff in Italy. So she went to Italy. She was staying with the staff over there. And yeah, she got sassy with them. She was breaking some rules. And they told her, please stop doing what she's doing. And she admitted in her own videos right here. I'm not going to play it, but she admitted on the camera. She said, when somebody tells me not to do something, it makes me want to go ahead and do it. So she did what she does over here in America to the simps and everything. Is she was told not to do something, and she went and she did anyway. So they served her. They served her ass with a huge bill, which humbled her real quick because the next step was for her to go in jail. And you could tell, yeah, and I guess this is a new term. You got the passport bros. So now they call themselves passport sis. And this is what I don't get. You want to be independent, right? You're independent. You're free thinkers, but the only thing you could do is follow everything a man does. That's your pursuit, the so-called black man. The whole world wants to do what the so-called black man does. We set the trends, even our own women that claim to be independent, so-called feminists, whatever. You're still aspiring to do what men do. That's your whole plight, is to have a penis. Now you can have a penis. You got that, boom. Like, what are you complaining about? You got everything you want to do. The highest level is you got something called PE, penis envy, and you wanted to be able to have a penis that you don't have to unbuckle, because back in the day they had strap-ons. Now you can have a real penis. So like, what is there left to complain about? Make it make sense. But anyway, so you had the passport bros. Now you got the passport sis. But see, the only thing is that Jake, they know how to conduct themselves when they step outside the United States, you know. But apparently, the so-called black woman does not. So now they got a pass. Now they got the passport sis, and all the passport sis is a woman that just wants to explore her whoredom and become a bigger whore. But the thing is, you so-called black woman, now you're getting served. You can't go anywhere. Like even the United States is to come to a state to where you're just going to get served. Isaiah 32. I got a scripture too I'm going to read. We all know Isaiah 32 very well. I might read it a little bit still though, just to hit home. Um, yeah, but I just want to see a couple more pictures of her because you can see that she's a real demon. Yeah, look at this. Now and this simp tried to get at her, Meek Mills. I mean, this shows you his level. This dude's a low life, you know. I mean, look at this. She's a real demon. 5 red flags Mary Jane Barn showed us in her own videos. I seen a couple watching my man's video of wherever he's at. That I've seen a couple. I saw a couple. I was just watching for a couple minutes. But anyway, man, I want to get into a scripture right quick. All right, man, so many for the black woman. But let's go to the goodie, which is Isaiah 32. I'm just gonna read a little bit of it because we all know what it says. Um, and this is not a woman bashing thing. This is just a truth. It's facts. If anything I said is untrue, please leave a comment. You know, please leave a complaint in a complaint box. It's called a comment board. Scriptures say right here in Isaiah 32 and 9. Rise up, ye women that are at ease. So the scriptures are saying the opposite to what these women out here are complaining about. So you got two what you call it, kinds of women. You got the ones that are living it up, they're on yachts and all that stuff. But the thing is, even them, they're still miserable. They're still on depression pills and all of that. It's just you can't be made happy. You have the same spirit as Esau. Esau can have the entire world and he's still not happy. You literally have been hijacked by Esau, going all the way back to the garden. The serpent and Eve. You've been hijacked. You don't even have to take the dart. You're already hijacked. Esau got the nano technology inside of you already. Your spirit has been hijacked by the devil, going way back. This is why when Esau goes down, you go down. You know? But Esau's not going to try to help you because the Most High is serving you women right now. And AI technology, the jobs that AI technology is going to target are the jobs that the majority of women have. Because computer software cannot go out there and jackhammer the road. Computer software cannot go out there and build a building or take out the trash. So AI can do certain things, but it can't do. There's a lot of manual labor that it cannot do. So most of the jobs that AI is taking are the jobs that women have. So Esau don't give a shit about you. I mean, he used you. He got what he needs to get out of you. Now he's through with you. So that's why the scriptures say, "Rise up, ye women that are at ease. Hear my voice, ye careless daughters," because you women are very careless. You're careless with your actions. You're careless with your mouth. And again, that's why women are getting served. A lot of so-called black women been getting offed lately. Hold on a second. Damn, I had the hold on. I got the articles here. Give me 1 second. I got a bunch of windows open. I always got mad windows open. Okay, we ready to take a look at her because I got one that's got the Google articles where all the women that's been just getting off lately. Not this one. Already check that. We already looked at that slower. Okay, so let me look at this. Woman shot. So let's do this, right? Yeah, I'm gonna look at the past year. All right, so if you look here, this is just going 1 year ago, right? This is one woman. I guess she got sassy with her neighbor. Her neighbor shot her through the door, right? Now it doesn't okay, let's see, read here. A Florida woman who fatally shot a black neighbor during a dispute over kids playing outside admitted hurling racial slurs at the children and told detectives the victim threatened to kill her, according to an arrest affidavit, right? So this has to be the one, because when I read that this woman, this so-called black woman, she got shot through the door. And I don't know what happened. A white woman could have started it by racial slurs. Who knows? You know, the black, so usually the black women don't have control over kids, and the kids are just running over into people's yards and all that. The Edomite woman, she had it, and she blasted this woman, you know. And the scriptures say what? The scriptures say you can see one right there in the background in the mirror, right? Oh man.
AG1 is so
The
much more than a greens powder.
the
In one
scriptures
single
say
scoop.
what script did I have in my head? Damn. Oh yeah, the scriptures say whoever perishes being innocent. So this woman wasn't an innocent bystander that got shot. She wasn't shot innocently. The Most High put a hit on her, and it was the Most High called what, or King David called Esau what, his sword. So another word for the sword is what, the gun. So she got the sword. What else we got? This woman here, the officer shot her, right? And this how many demons the so-called black woman has got on her. I've seen with my own two eyes so-called black women tussle with police officers. In other words, they think that the stuff they get away with Jake in the hood, you know, all that talking back, "Oh, you're not gonna arrest me. I'm not gonna comply," and all that. And then the next thing you know, the cop is doing some type of MMA move on her, right? Her arm gets snapped or whatever, or he might deck her in the face and she drop, you know. Or now they getting shot. Because as the scriptures say, rise up, you women that are at ease. Now the Most High is serving y'all. Because the Most High been serving Jake. They've been getting shot up by cops, you know, all types of judgments. Now the Most High is turning up on a so-called black woman. And you're going to hear a lot of more judgment from a so-called black woman. And these other nations, when you go outside of America, they're not having it. They're not having it from y'all. Because like my man said, when I opened up the video, my man, the heavy set Jake, he made a comment and he said, look, the other nations, they already got a bad representation of you in their head. You already got a bad reputation. They see the music videos. They see your idols, Lizzo and Megan Thee Stallion. They see who your idols are. Nicki Minaj. What's the other Puerto Rican one? The stripper that used to drug niggas and take their dough. Whatever the hell her name is. Cardi B, right? They see who your role models are. You twerking all over the place, twerking on boats, twerking on airplane, twerking on baby strollers, like whatever you could stand, whatever you could perch on, you'll twerk on it. It don't fucking matter. So you have no respect when you go outside the United States. Really, this is the only place you get some respect. Cause these dudes, well, you are their mommies and you're their mommies, you're their dad, you're their mommies, you're their sisters, your aunties, you're their grandmothers. So of course they respect you, you know, because that's what they were raised around. But outside of America, you get no respect. You can't bring that stuff outside. All right. So you're getting served out there within America. You're getting served like the walls is closing in on you. And I'm gonna bring this scripture out real quick. Matter of fact, let me see if I got any more examples of this, because we all know about Breonna Taylor. Now I'm looking for the one. Oh, here it is. See, the Florida woman was shot through a door. Damn, it's that same woman we saw earlier with the kids. Yeah, she got shot through the door. She was probably knocking on the door, banging, talking junk, and the the Edomite lady, she probably got scared. She thought this woman was gonna break the door down. You know how the black woman gets. So we shot her. She shot her ass through the door, right through the door, like Arnold Schwarzenegger movie. Look at it. 25-year-old woman shot in the head. Right. Black mother of 4 over here got shot. You know. Infant found safe after woman shot dead in Bridgeport condo. So these women are getting served. Now there's one I'm looking for where this Jake, the scripture says, better to dwell in the corner of a rooftop with a dragon than with a brawling woman. So I'm looking for, if anybody knows this situation, please post in the comment board. But this woman, she was arguing with her man, right? And she had her daughter, and the dude said, the man called the cops because he said, look, just leave. He said, I'm gonna pop you. He straight up told her I'm a popper. But you know the black woman, you ain't gonna do shit. You ain't gonna do nothing. I ain't leaving. The cops came. The cops even told her, like, yo, ma'am, we think it's a fantastic idea if you just get the F out of here right about now. Because this Negro don't look like he playing around. So she told the cop, nah, I'm staying. I ain't going nowhere. He just playing. So come to find out, the Jake popped her. The Jake popped the daughter, and then the Jake popped himself. So this woman was getting at him so bad, because y'all know, because they do that he popped everybody, including himself. Probably popped the dog too. And if they had a couple of rats running around, he probably popped the rats. So the Most High is raising a spirit of vengeance. The scriptures say what? There be spirits created for vengeance. So Most High is turning up the spirits on these Jakes out here and the cops. Everybody against a so-called black woman. You know? Because that's the only thing that's going to humble them. Like, no, really, they can't be humble. Like I said, I've seen cops. I've seen a so-called black woman jump bad with police officers that's holding guns and tasers. That pride, I'm telling you, they got the spirit of Esau. The pride of thine heart has deceived thee. You ain't superwoman. You ain't, what's her name? I'll be your superwoman. You're not no superwoman. All right. So let me bring out this script right here. You know, because the Most High gave you, we're unprotected. Well, you want to be independent. Your protection is the man, right? The scriptures say that the man shall be a covering from the wind, a hiding place, a covert. The man, a so-called black man, is your covering, but you want to be independent, right? This past camp, let me see, Apostle Gavar brought out about Dorothy, right? She started the feminist movement, and then you had this so-called black woman, her sidekick, right? So y'all want to be independent, y'all want to be strong. That's why you got the fist up. Fist, that's an act of war, waging war against men, right? Here they old ass, still, and they're single. I know they're single because there's nobody standing by them. So they got each other, great, all right? So you women can have each other's backs when 20 Neanderthal mother effers bust down the door looking for food, you know, and a piece of meat. You know what I'm talking about? When they're looking for a piece of meat and some food. Let's see if that fist is going to hold you down. All right. So I got a scripture here, and I might end it on this. I'll probably end it on this. Isaiah 1, right? Pointers innate. Now, we use this a lot to say that the so-called black woman is going to be a whore and a slut, which is true. But when you read the context of this, it's talking about how when the Most High turns up against Israel, that the Most High, like the woman is going to be left with no protection. So being left with no protection because the man is a protection, she's going to be like an empty cottage in a field. As going to get anybody could go in and out of it because it's unprotected. So this is Isaiah 1 and 8. Let's read verse 7. Let's read verse. Man, the whole chapter is bad, but I'm going to start at 6. From the sole of the foot even unto the head, there is no soundness in it, but wounds and bruises and putrefying sores. So the so called black woman and the other tribes fall right into place, you know. But so called black woman is leading the pack. But she is sick in the head. All right. She's sick in the head. There's no soundness in it. That's why they're all on pills. There's no soundness in it, but wounds, psychological wounds, and bruises and putrefying sores. They have not been closed, neither bound up, neither mollified with ointment. Verse 7, your country's desolate regarding, us, our people, Israel. Your country's desolate. Your cities are burned with fire. Your land, strangers devour it in your presence. And it is desolate as overthrown by strangers. Verse 8, and the daughters, so-called black women of Zion, is left as a cottage in a vineyard, as a lodge in a garden of cucumbers, as a besieged city. So meaning the enemy could just run up in there and do what they please with you. Okay? So you so-called you women out there that want to be independent, you're strong, you don't need no man and all of that. All right, well, you're gonna have the chance to prove yourself. All right. You're gonna have to prove a chance to prove yourself. It's gonna be like American Gladiators, like the show on TV. You don't have the chance, you're gonna have a chance to prove yourself, see how high you could jump over a fence, or how low you could uh, go through a crawl hole. You know what I'm saying? Someone swing a bat at you. We're gonna see how quick you could dodge a bat and jump on a scaffold and climb up. Since you equal as man, you can do everything a man can do. All right. Well, the Most High is gonna give you he's gonna give you the ultimate test to prove your manhood. Anyway, man, with that, where's the black woman magic? Where is she at? There we go. You have a chance to show your magic, your black woman magic. Anyway, with that, I'm gonna say shalom. All praises to Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushua Ba'ashim Kakudash. Shalom.